You ready?
All right, people, this is another simple experiment. Try to be in front of the camera this time. So what we're doing today, we're going to remove some laminate flooring that pretty much had water damage. Basically what happened is he had a leak in the toilet, came through, got actually underneath between the actual felt pad and the laminate, and from that point just warped it pretty much all throughout the room. So the process is actually fairly simple. One of the key things you need to do is pretty much get you a crowbar. If you don't have a crowbar, a flathead screwdriver works just fine. And basically what you want to do is remove all the quarter round going all the way across. Now when you actually move the quarter round, it makes it a little bit more easy for you to pretty much lift it up piece by piece. And we'll get back to you shortly. All right, so yet again, like I said, you pretty much have to move the quarter round. You can use anything from a crowbar, flathead screwdriver. You pretty much just need to remove it from there. And of course, if you know me, originally I started, off doing landscaping. So some of my landscaping tools come out pretty handy in this situation. Like my actual pitchfork to help remove the floor, scrape it up. Also my straight edger, where I pretty much normally use to do a nice line or do a flower bed. Pretty much the same principle. You put it down slightly at an angle and you just twist it off. If you break the quarter round, that's fine. I already bought some new ones to pretty much replace it, already pre-painted. But this is pretty much the best way to do. Remove the quarter round all the way around from the home. And see now when you actually able to, once you go all the way around, then you can just start popping up board piece by piece by piece. And then the same principle is gonna go down actually when you put the new laminate floor. What you have to do, once you remove all the old laminate, move the actual felt pad, you wanna sweep the floor really good, make sure you get any little residue, anything off. Put down the new actual protective plastic. This particular brand I'm using actually has the padding underneath it, so it just needs the plastic liner. And what we do is put the plastic liner down first, and then we pretty much start doing a stagger pattern. And yet again, you make sure you keep it about, now to me, these joints are extremely too close to the wall, and that's pretty much because of the actual puckling. You want to sometimes you want to do like 3/8 pretty much wide from the wall, or pretty much as thick as the quarter round, in other words. So therefore it has some play as far as in expanding and contracting, and that's basically what the quarter round has, is any of the imperfection cuts. So yet again, we're gonna rip the floor up some more, and then we'll come back to you. All right, people, so we've already started ripping up the flooring, the underlayment. The video before was basically showing you how we remove the quarter round and basically give you a rough idea of the floor. Now, when you actually remove the floor, look for, concrete damage, any big cracks, any slopes. This floor is just pretty good. What we're doing now is just going through the process of just pretty much sweeping up the floor, getting all the debris. It makes it so much easier when you actually lay down the plastic, then put down the floor. Because if you do not sweep the floor good, people, I promise you, when you try to lay a roll down and it flops and it's unbalanced, it's more than likely because you have something that's underneath the floor, which is underneath that plastic, which will be a problem. So just give you a heads up. We're going all the way from the bedroom all the way to this hallway closet. So we'll come back to you shortly once we lay the underlayment down. All right, people. So now we actually did about 50% of the work. Basically, what we did is go ahead and put the plastic liner down. Then from there, we pretty much start working from left, going all the way over to the right. And basically, what you want to do is a staggering pattern. As you see, nothing is continual. Each space is different or in a different area, never consistent, and that's pretty much what I want to go for. Now the basic tools that you actually going to need are one, space plates. That's pretty much what I call them. Then you want to go over to your traditional hammer, of course your rubber mallet. Don't make fun of my rubber mallet. Actually, my boys bought this for me, And I told him I'm gonna keep it forever. And yes, that is Gorilla Tape holding it together. Best tape ever. You're also gonna need a top block, which actually helps go in the groove, as well as a pull bar. Now, with me, I always have an extra piece of quarter round from the last. Reason being, because when I actually when I start staggering and start cutting pieces and putting it on the end of the wall, I want to make sure I have enough space for expanding and contracting, but at the same time I actually have an extra piece to make sure that whatever I put is going to be 100% covered when I put the actual quarter round down. Now I'm going to show you how to properly cut an end piece, then if it's long enough to use that piece as a beginning piece. So basically what you want to do is find a traditional groove, which is normally it will go in this place here. So what you do is you get the actual board and you flip it around. You place it against the actual baseboard, get your pencil. Now what I like to do is that I want to kind of get as close as I can with a nice cut. So instead of me marking right here directly on this edge, I want to go right here underneath this groove. This is where I actually want to mark my cut at. Place it on there, on the baseboard firmly. Then you pretty much get to it, line it up. Then from there, grab it, come over to your saw. And now you actually have an end piece and a beginning piece. So what you want to do is get your piece that you're going to use for the end. Kind of spread your plastic out because it's kind of hard to deal with, to be honest with you all. Wiggle it in place. I normally slide it up just in case it bows, because you know, of course, things are man-made. Then from there, you get your top block and your pull bar. I'm just going to give it a few taps. And with that, it helps flatten it down. From there, get your pull bar, foot over the space. Give it a few taps. Get your trusty quarter round. You can take the actual end piece that you have, come all the way to the other end, and then you can use that to start. The manual normally tells you about 8 to 12 inches. This is pretty much way over 8 inches. And then from there, we start a new row, and then there we continue the process all the way down. All right, get back to you shortly. All right, people, we're pretty much wrapping it up. Nice looking floor. I know, right? Little stuff we got to do, which is pretty much sweet. I already started putting the quarter round already on this side of the wall, so that's before we can go ahead and start putting the dresser back, giving that nice finished look. Yet again, the quarter round is used to hide the space that you needed to contract and expand. I'm sorry. And pretty much give it that finished look. Now, it actually did a good job blending into the existing floor. I had to put a T-mode right here, but how the color scheme is, you never know. It was 2 different areas, running it all the way directly into the closet. So we're just doing the little last minute touches of the quarter round, sweeping, and then I will give you all an after video. Stay tuned. All right, people, this is the aftermath. Went on and got all the quarter round down, swept the floor pretty good. If you saw the before video, it was pretty much parkled and spaced out all the way through. Yet again, we went from where we tried to do our best to match the original color to the new current color, and running it all the way to the actual closet from the bedroom. Now, this actual client does have more work for us to do: fencing, gutters, mulching, miscellaneous things. So this is our season to do our thing, and now we add rehab, a little miscellaneous handyman works to the platform, and that will be it. See y'all next episode.